This is the episode where mine becomes Rosemyne, literally. New name, new family, new social class. But watching her navigate that nobles district for the first time, I kept thinking, is this growth or is this just performance?
Wait, what do you mean performance? She's clearly adapting. She nails the blessing ceremony with Elvira. She handles Cornelius's skepticism.
And she's miserable the entire time. While I hated the chamber pot, this black slime is just as bad. That's not someone embracing their new identity. That's someone going through the motions because they have to.
This episode is Rosemyne's official introduction to noble life. Ferdinand and Karstedt bring her to the nobles district. She meets her new mother, Elvira, and brother, Cornelius, performs the blessing ritual perfectly, and settles into her new routine. On the surface, it's a successful transition.
But notice what the episode chooses to focus on in those final moments. Not triumph, not relief, but loss. Darn, I wanted to see Lutz. The camera lingers on her, looking out toward the lower city, while that black hair treatment drips down. So we're examining how Rosemyne navigates her nobility transformation, specifically whether her apparent competence masks a deeper pattern of avoidance. What looks like growth might actually be her getting really good at not dealing with her feelings.
I'd push back on that framing. This episode shows her making active choices, not just avoiding them. The way she handles each interaction, that's deliberate strategy, not emotional numbness. Let's ground this in what actually happens. First, there's the formal introduction scene where Ferdinand explains her new identity. You will be educated as an upper-class noble, Karstedt's daughter, until the summer baptism ceremony.
Then we get the blessing ceremony with Elvira, where Rosemyne performs this elaborate ritual perfectly. O goddess of water Frutrain, may you bestow a blessing upon this new encounter.
And finally, those private moments where we see her real thoughts, struggling with basic things like the hair treatment, missing Lutz.
The episode keeps showing us this split between what she projects and what she actually experiences. The question is whether that split represents healthy adaptation or that's avoiding the real emotional work. Look at how she responds to Ferdinand's warning about failing the baptism. Her answer is immediate, yes, followed by that internal determination. In order to protect everyone, I'll try my best.
But that's exactly what I mean about active choice. She's not just going along with this because she has no options. She's connecting her compliance to protecting the people she loves.
Strategic thinking can absolutely be a form of avoidance. Watch how quickly she pivots from Ferdinand's threat to that protective mindset. She's not processing the fear or the loss. She's immediately reframing it as heroic necessity.
Hold on. Isn't that mature? She's a child thrust into an impossible situation. Converting terror into purpose seems like emotional intelligence, not denial.
Every time the episode presents her with something genuinely difficult, the name change, leaving her family, accepting Karstedt as father, she deflects into competence. When Karstedt corrects her greeting, she just performs better.
But performance can become authenticity over time. Maybe identity isn't this fixed internal thing. Maybe Rosemyne becomes real through the act of being Rosemyne.
That's the crucial question. There's definitely a moment where it feels like she's genuinely connecting. The blessing ceremony. Welcome, Rosemyne. From this day forward, I am your mother. And her response? Looks like I received a passing grade.
That's one read. But I think that passing grade comment shows something deeper. It sounds clinical, but there's actual relief there. She wanted this to work. She's not just going through motions. She's invested in succeeding at being noble.
But notice what she's invested in. Success, not belonging. Passing grade is still performance language. She's evaluating her execution, not describing an emotional shift.
turning point isn't the blessing ceremony. It's that final sequence where she's alone with her thoughts. While I hated the chamber pot, this black slime is just as bad. The shine in my hair is gone. Darn, I wanted to see Lutz.
Notice the progression there. She starts with surface complaints, the hair treatment, physical discomfort, but ends with longing. That's the first moment where she admits what this transition actually costs.
This is her being honest about the sacrifice, instead of just pushing through it. That's not avoidance. That's the beginning of genuine reckoning with what she's chosen.
I'll grant you it's more honest than anything else in the episode, but it's still private. The public Rosemyne is still all competence and compliance.
She's navigating a political situation where showing weakness could literally get people killed. The fact that she can maintain the performance while still acknowledging her feelings privately, that takes real strength.
I think Rosemyne's pattern of through performance is going to hit a wall. She can't sustain this level of emotional compartmentalization indefinitely.
I'm betting the opposite direction. This episode shows her building genuine competence and connection, not just performing them. By episode 42, she'll have found a way to integrate her old identity with her new role. This episode reveals someone learning to carry multiple identities simultaneously. Not avoiding her feelings, but managing them strategically while building real relationships.
I see someone who's gotten incredibly good at giving people what they want while protecting herself from the emotional cost. The question is whether that's sustainable.
Either way, this show has me completely invested in whether a bibliophile can find genuine happiness in a world that keeps demanding she becomes someone else. If you're following Rosemyne's journey with us, hit subscribe. And next week, we're diving into Damuel's secret, what his reaction to Rosemyne's mana reveals about the temple's hidden power structure. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like and subscribe for more anime episode breakdowns like this one.